Toastmasters motto is where leaders are made. Conducting successful meetings is an important leadership activity. Fortunately, it is a skill that can be learned. Our next speaker says that the parts of a meeting are similar to parts of a speech. During his career, Jack has attended and conducted many meetings. Speaking from the Success Leadership Series for 12-14 minutes, How to Conduct Productive Meetings. Help me welcome Jack Revere.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. As she was reading that introduction, I started thinking about what we all had in common. That no one knew what I was going to say. Toastmasters is where leaders are made. How did they come up with a slogan like that? Aren't we involved in learning how to give speeches? Well, of course we are. But as you develop your proficiency in giving speeches, and your friends and work colleagues and so on and so forth find out that you're capable of communicating ideas and giving speeches, pretty soon they'll be looking to you as a spokesman, as a spokesperson for them. And obviously, as soon as you become a spokesperson, you become a leader. And inevitably, you'll have to give meetings. Effective leaders conduct productive meetings. But relax. Most of you already know how to conduct a meeting. And those of you that don't are soon learning. You know, a meeting has a specific purpose, just like a speech does. You know, you give a speech to inform, you give a speech to persuade, you give a speech to entertain. The meetings follow sort of the same procedure. There are three major kinds of speeches. There are meetings. There are meetings that are designed to give information, meetings that are designed to gather information, and meetings that are designed to solve problems. This meeting is going to be designed to give information. Now, meetings are expensive and they're time-consuming. And generally, they're pretty boring. I remember seeing a notice on a bulletin board where I worked, and it said the meeting room now has a new conference table. And someone had added a footnote, it sleeps 16. Speeches, or meetings just like speeches, have to be prepared. You have to write the speech, you have to plan the speech, and if you're going to improve at the end, you have to evaluate it. So let's look at what goes into planning a speech. First, you have to decide what's the purpose of the meeting. Is it to receive reports? To reach a decision? To discover, analyze, or solve a problem? To resolve conflicts? Or to share information? Well, after you've decided what the purpose of the meeting is, you have to ask yourself, is this the best way to solve my problem? Is this the best way to communicate the information that I want to communicate? Because you could just pick up the phone and make a call somebody and get the answer. You have to select the participants. You have to consider their personalities, their knowledge, and their experience. You want to be sure to invite everyone who should be invited, and not to invite those who should not be invited. You want to know who can help, who would be interested, who has information on the subject, who will put this information to use. After you've done that, you need to inform the participants as far in advance as you can. You have to give them the meeting date, the time and the place, the meeting purpose, and the desired outcome. You have to let them know what information, if any, they should bring with them. You know, statistics or reports or one thing and another like that. What is expected of them at the meeting? Are they going to make a presentation? Are they going to present ideas? And what is the meeting length? The meeting length, the length of time, so that people can plan what they're going to do for the rest of their day. I'm going to skip from the planning phase to the evaluation. And we all understand about evaluation. You get evaluation as you're giving the speech. You get the feedback from them. You want to be careful, though, that when you see that head nodding, that the guy's not necessarily agreeing with you. He may be going to sleep. You can invite an observer to come in and sit in on the meeting and then give you an evaluation afterwards. You can ask the participants how they think the meeting is going along. Do you think we're progressing? And then, of course, you can leave a questionnaire for the written evaluation like we do at the end of every speech. But now let's get to the body of the speech. Now notice I say speech and not meeting, because we have an opening, a body, and a close. The nomenclature they use in the manual is a little different. They say the opening, the handling, and the closing. Just a little bit different. But it amounts to exactly the same thing. At the opening of the meeting, you have to establish a friendly atmosphere, just like we do here. We greet everybody that comes in the door. We say, how you doing, Joe? How, Larissa? Oh, you got Brian with you tonight. Real good. And then we start on time. We bring everyone up to date as to previous meetings or events that have taken place that are going to affect your particular presentation, your particular meeting. And then you go out and open with a grabber, just like you do in giving a speech. You want to avoid dry openings like, first, I want to welcome you all here today. You know, you want to do something like, hey, I'm going to give you some handouts today that will tell you all you need to know about holding a meeting. You want to state the purpose of the meeting on a chalkboard or flip chart, just like we have when you walked in. You want to introduce any new guests, any new people who haven't been at previous meetings, and so on and so forth. You want to explain the method of discussion. If it's a problem-solving meeting, you want to, or any kind of meeting, you want to tell them, when I'm finished with the lecture, we'll have a question and answer period. Or during the meeting, we'll be receiving various reports. Or we're going to do some brainstorming. But you got to let them know what's going to be going on. And then in the body of the speech, you've got to get, of the meeting, you have to get everyone participating. You want to state your need for ideas. You want to ask for cooperation. You want to seek the unique resources of people present. You want to say, Lloyd, you've been to several humor speech contests. Tell us what it's all about. Or you want to look at Chip over there and say, Chip, you haven't said anything lately. You got any comments on this? You want to get everybody participating into the meeting. You want to promote an open atmosphere. You don't want to, when someone gives an opinion or an idea, you don't want to evaluate it just then. You don't want to criticize it. You don't want to do it thumbs down. And you want to discourage anybody else from making disparaging remarks. You want to summarize frequently using transitions like, now let's turn to the next topic on the agenda. Or let's consider this. You want to ask questions to keep things going. You want to ask questions to guide the discussion. What can we do to resolve this problem? Or to clarify thinking. Is that what you are suggesting, Ted? To reach agreements. Is Don's idea worth considering? To involve quiet participants. To obtain information. To limit or end the discussion. Shall we move on to the next point? Or you need to maybe test possible solutions. Do you think this will work? What do you think about it? Anybody got any other ideas? And you want to try to build a consensus. And then in the closing, you keep looking for the light to come on. You indicate that it's time to conclude. We have just a few moments left. The yellow light is almost time for lunch, so let's wrap it up. And you want to review briefly the problem and what it's been accomplished. You want to tell the participants in the meeting how you're going to inform them of the results of the meeting, what the group results were, when the next meeting is going to be, and things of that nature. And then lastly, of course, you want to thank the group for participating. You want to acknowledge the participants' assistance, their presence, their suggestions, their information, and their ideas, and their rapt attention. Madam Postmaster.